Alright, so at this point we have our rubber bands on our wheels to provide traction. Again, if you don't have these rubber bands, especially for incline or on smooth surfaces, the Mousetrap car won't move. Now the next step is to, I'm going to need to attach one more zip tie on this car. And again, you can find other ways to do this. This just happens to be the method that I chose to use to put my car together. Now, when I first started building Mousetrap cars, this is not what I did. I had a lot more sloppy designs, and I didn't even know zip ties existed or I could use them. So really take the time and opportunity to look around your house, look around a dollar store, and just look at all the different things they have there and just be creative about it. And I think that's what really makes these projects really fun, is just going around your house, finding things that you think might work well and testing out your ideas. Next thing we're going to do is get some string. Now even before I taped this, I actually already tried using this string, and I'll be quite honest, it doesn't work very well. So if you find yourself using this type of string, don't buy this. It's really great, great string, I'll tell you that. Great twine, I think that's what it is. But it doesn't work well for the Mousetrap car. So if you're in a neighborhood for one of these, don't buy them. They're good though, but it's going to give you some problems. Maybe if you're building a long distance vehicle, these will work well. However, for the smaller Mousetrap car, it won't. Now, the first thing you want to do with the string that you just cut off, and I chose rope length that is about 2 times the length of the car. And the reason for that is you don't want the string to get coiled up in the axles, because the string is also very thick. Okay, so just make a loop, and hopefully you guys can see that. Alright, I'm gonna do this, and it's pretty simple. It's like tying a shoestring almost. Okay, and now at the very end you have this little loop here, which has like a little noose almost. And you want to do that for the opposite side too. You know, actually I'm not gonna use that for the back side. So I'm just gonna try something different. I didn't try this in the practice. I just did different in the practice, but anyhow, this part, this loop like this, is gonna actually go on the back end here. Where you can see this, it's gonna tie in here, like so. Just loop it in there somehow. Now at the very end of your string here, and you can see the axle, you want to just insert it in here. Okay, like so, and just tie a knot. Now this isn't the best way to do this, and I'd show you another method, but I think that would sort of take the fun out of you experimenting things, and it requires a little bit more material. So since I don't have a very quick solution for it, we're going to skip that. Since you guys just want to get this going, what you want to do is then just secure a knot. Okay, just tie a knot. I'm sure everyone can do that, except if you're 1 year old, I suppose. Now you have that in place. Make sure the wheels are centered, and then slide the knot that you made to the right hand side. Okay, so then it's on the right hand side. Now what you want to do before you get the vehicle ready, whoops, what's going on here? Okay, interesting. Okay, so there's going to be a little bit of a challenge here. Now, you have this, you remember the locking bar that I showed you earlier, or some time ago, which is that, right here. Put it up in place and lock your car in. Alright, now your car is in lock mode. Okay, now, let's zoom out. So, place your little locking lever somewhere on the side. And then what you want to do is, from the very top, you're gonna see me pull back this latch here, this lever. Okay, I'll pull it back. See that? I'm gonna pull it back. Be careful though. If you let go, the mousetrap will snap on your fingers. And then sometimes this little noose thing you made falls off, so just wrap it again around the car if you can, or on this. Okay, and then as you're pulling touts, or you're pulling the string, you want to start rotating your wheels if you can. Usually have a friend do this for you. It makes it easier. You'll notice that as you're spinning it, the knot in the middle isn't securely tight, and it causes your rope to just spin endlessly. So you want to practice with this and just create a little bit of slack here in the portion where wow, this is a little bit more difficult than I thought. Okay, let me zoom in on this because this is kind of important. Sorry guys. Okay, it's actually starting to hurt my hand a bit. So be careful when you do this, okay? So you'll notice that this string isn't necessarily wrapping, and I'm actually rotating the wheel and it's not wrapping. So this is some of the challenges you'll face. So you want someone to actually hold that for you. So I'm going to create some slack here on here, and this is takes a little bit of finesse and technique, and if you get it right, it'll work really well. So now I'm actually able to rotate this rope on this axle, and then take your little noose portion and attach it up here to this little latch. Okay, I'm gonna zoom out, and then I'm just gonna keep spinning the wheel, spinning. Okay, now I'm going to take the lever, or the locking mechanism, and I'm going to lock the car in place. So the next thing we're going to do is actually test the car and see if it runs. Alright, so here's the moment of truth. We're going to test out the vehicle and see if it actually runs. More than likely, it won't run too well. Probably because we haven't fixed the axles themselves, but we'll see how this goes so far. So what I'm going to do is I've locked the actual thing in place, the latch, and I'm going to snap on the little snap area, I guess, and see where the car goes. Okay, now that was our test 1, and you'll notice that the car did not actually move, so we're going to try that one more time. Okay, so we are going to do test number 2. I did correct some things with the mousetrap. I was fixing the extended lever as well as the string that's attached to the back axle. Just make sure that when you actually tie your knot onto the back axle that you make sure it's tightened really well. Okay, so let's see what happens next. 1, 2, 3. And I don't know if you saw that, but the vehicle actually moved forward. So there you go, guys. We have a fully functional, working mousetrap car, and I mean, it didn't take too long to put together, but as long as you have all the different parts, it should only have taken about an hour to do. So this vehicle is really just a test sample. It isn't meant to be a competition-ready vehicle, although I would consider it to be. You can definitely design and make your own and style it to your own likings, but this is definitely one that you can use to start. So if you like this video, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and visit my website often. I guess that would be the best thing about that. So let me know what you think of the video. Thanks everybody. Enjoy.